Thank you very much. Catherine, thank you very much. And I'm going to ask you to come up and say a few words to both of you, so you better be prepared. You got a lot of news back there. See, I'm being nice today. I don't use the other word in front of the word news. But Jim's journey started with a prayer. After being cut from his church baseball team, I can't believe that. That must have been a bad day, huh? And his junior high basketball team, they probably made a mistake. He asked God for guidance. Jim wanted to know God's plan for him, and he only had one request, that it was something to do with sports. You like sports. That prayer was answered when Jim joined the high school track team. He joined it and had no experience whatsoever. As he said, he didn't really know what he was doing, and he didn't know what he was doing there. In his very first mile race, however, he came in second place to the reigning state champion and a real talented person. Do you ever see him around, by the way? He's still around?
Yes, he is.
Okay, that's pretty good. He's still saying, what happened? But Jim's first time in running the mile was 4 minutes and 32.4 seconds, so that tells you there's something genetically that's pretty good, right? Because that doesn't happen. 4 minutes, 32.4 seconds, first time he ever ran the mile. That was the last time he ever came in second in a high school race. And after that, Jim was always first. The next year, Jim ran a 3:59 mile and became the first high school athlete in history to smash the 4-minute barrier. That summer, he also competed in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics as the youngest middle distance runner in the world, by quite a bit, actually. In Jim's senior year of high school, he ran against 3-time Olympic gold medal winner Pete Snell. He was good, wasn't he, huh? But that was a bad day for Pete. Before the event, Snell reportedly said that he didn't think Jim would really have much of a chance or be much of a factor. Jim soon proved him wrong. With 300 meters left in the race, Jim surged ahead of the pack and swept across the finish line in a fraction. His time, what was your time? 3 minutes and 55.3 seconds. That's not bad, right?
It was okay for me.
Not bad. I don't know. What did Pete say? Was he gracious about it?
Very gracious. Yeah.
But he was a great runner. I mean, he was a great runner. This was also a stand in high school. It right now stands in high school as a record 35 years. It took 35 years to break that record. When ESPN ranked the greatest high school athletes, listen to this. This is incredible. When ESPN ranked the greatest high school athletes of all time, all sports, they listed Jim Ryun as number one. That's not bad for a guy who couldn't make his baseball team, right? That's really an amazing achievement. That's incredible. Jim continued his extraordinary athletic career at the University of Kansas. In 1966, he set his first world record in the mile at a time of 3 minutes and 51.3 seconds, becoming the first American to do so in more than 3 decades. After the race, a young fan ran up to him and asked for his autograph. That fan would soon become his future wife. That was a good autograph. That was Ann. Oh, you two are so lucky that happened, huh? I wonder where you'd be, I guess. That's fantastic. Great, Ann. In 1967, Jim ran an incredible 3.511 mile, which would stand as the world record mile for almost a decade. Jim still describes it as the easiest race he ever ran. Is that right? It was magic.
Amazing.
It was magic. To this day, it's the last time an American set the world record in the mile, so that was a while ago. What is the world record right now? So you're at 351.
343.
343 or so, huh? Okay. It's a long time, right? They've training and lots of other things, right?
Well, yeah, some of the other things aren't so good.
We have breaking news now. This could be the big story today. Forget about it. That's great. But that is some long period of time that he held the record. In 1968, Jim proudly represented Team USA at the Mexico City Olympics and won the silver medal for the 1500 And he competed in 1972 at the Munich Olympics with great distinction. A few years later, Jim retired from running. He had been on the cover of Sports Illustrated 7 times, was ranked Sportsman of the Year in 1966, was inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame, and received the immortal nickname Master of the Mile, and he was. I remember it. I shouldn't tell you that, but I remember a lot of your races. They weren't even close, actually. In 1975, he founded the Jim Ryun running camps. For the past 45 years, Jim has helped teach thousands of young people to reach their fullest and best athletic potential. He has been a dedicated mentor to campers and shared in the critical importance of a Christian faith. In 1996, Jim was elected to the House of Representatives, and he went on to serve 5 terms in Congress. I wish we had him now. We have some great people in there, though, I tell you. We have some great, dedicated, hard workers, and they've done a terrific job, right? Wouldn't you say, Ned? I think so. Some really great ones. But he served 5 terms from Kansas, 2nd District. He was a principled, committed, very tough, and beloved lawmaker. That's what they said. He was tough and yet beloved. That's a rare combination. Jim has personified the greatness of our country throughout his life, whether he was running on a track race or whether he was doing anything there was, running an office or running for office. He was always the top person. People respected him more. I've heard it for a long time. I'd ask about him, and they'd say when he was in Washington, he was just a respected person. He's a giant of American athletics, a dedicated public servant, and a man of charity, generosity, and faith. He's a great man, actually. Jim, thank you so much for your unfailing devotion to our country, and congratulations on a lifetime of incredible success, not only athletically.